Good morning. Good morning. Hi cubies and newbies. This is Sunshine, and I am the creator of the ABCube method for solving Rubik's cubes. I'm ABCube tutor, and this is that. This is the my pattern called the softball. It's done by using 7 Formula Bs. And it's the closest I can get to a rainbow on a 3x3. We've got the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and then white. Closest I can get to a rainbow. It's call it softball because it looks like we've got this piece. These 3 colors come this way, and these 3 colors striped come this way, and they come together in the shape of what. Like a softball. This is done with 7 Formula Bs. That's easy for me to say. Here's one Formula B for the corners. Down. Sorry. Down. Okay. Slide the top 1/4 turn. It's undone with the first level of the Formula B, but that's okay. Up. Down, down, and a 1/4 turn again, and that flip those. Turn it upside down and sideways, and do two more Formula Bs for the corners. Up, down, down. Slide the top, undo it with Formula B, down, down. Slide the top again, and this layer stayed the same. And these corners, this layer stayed the same, but these corners flipped. And now I'm going to do these for the 2 edges now. I prime the left side, and I do Formula B for edges once, which will bring this forward, this down, and that to the back. Formula B, and then I unprime my left. With my finger here, I go upside down and sideways, which puts it down to the bottom left again. Prime my left, and do 2 more Formula Bs for edges. Up, down, down. Slide up, slide up, slide down, and then unprime the left. This is a big cube. It's about the size of this one. It's a little bit smaller than my plushy 2x2 Rubik's. Can you perceive that? Oh, it's reserved. Copyright Rubik's. I don't know what this was a special for. I found it when I was looking for another plushie, another 4x4 2x2 plushie for my grandbabies. So that goes off. Who's with me today? Good morning. How are you guys doing? Is everybody happy today? All right. Let's move those off to the side. Yesterday we did the corners. We did the corners? Yes, there we did. Yesterday we did the corners, which is you do identically on all of your cubes. And then the 2x2 is solved, and everything else has the corners dictating what color that face is going to be. Corners are done with A and B. A brings the piece to the top, B brings pieces around as needed, and A and B is all you need for the entirety of the cube, is all you need. Once you've done the corners, I've been training my eyes to look for white and yellow for the corners, so I'm just going to keep looking for white and yellow. So I take the cube and I hold it so that yellow and white are left and right, because Formula B is going to take a piece from the top front and move it to the side. depending on which side it wants to go to. So if yellow and white are left and right, I'm looking for a yellow or white in the middle. Okay, here's one, but it's facing me and I want it to be on top. So I flip the cube so that stays front right, but yellow and white switch places. Yellow and white are still left and right though. Okay, so here's a white. Bring the corners to match the front. Determine its direction. Is it going into this is the yellow side, this is the white side. So this piece is going to go above this corner somewhere. So formula B is 1 row and 2 columns. The first column is where you want the cube to land. The second column is where it begins. So I start by moving it, so the action is going to land up here, so I start by moving it away from the action. And then I go first up, back, second up, reverse, down, reverse, down. And looking at formula B, every other move is the opposite of, every other move is horizontal, every other horizontal is the reverse of the one before, and then in between the horizontals we've got a first up, a second up, a first down, and a second down. And it works the same on every cube, so yellow and white are left and right. Find a piece in the middle that has yellow or white. Okay. And this one, white's on top where I want it. Bring the corners to match the front. Corners move together now. And then it's green and white, so it goes in the white direction. So it's going to land somewhere above this green and white. The green and white edge piece is going to land above the green and white and something corner. So first column, second column, it's always the top row, and move it away, first up, back, second up, away, down, back, second down, and it is placed. We keep doing, and it's the same regardless of the cube you're working on. Hold the yellow and white left and right, find a piece that has a yellow or white in the middle, and the corners match the front. It's going into the white direction. So top row, first column, second column, slide up, slide up, slide down, and it lands somewhere on that side. And for depending on how big your cube is, it takes a little bit of time or a lot of time, but it's just lather, rinse, repeat. It's still, you have to just find a piece that has yellow or white are left and right, as dictated by the corners. Bring the corners to match the front, determine its direction, and move it away up, in, second up, away, down, in, second down. So formula A is always 4 moves, formula B is always 8 moves, and that's all we've got. Here is, we're looking for yellow or white. Here's a yellow or white. It's on the front, it's facing me instead of on top, so I flip the cube, but yellow and white are still left and right, in one way or the other. Bring the corners to match the front. Determine which direction it's going, so it's going this way. So this is my first column, and this is my second column, and I start by moving it away. So up, in, up, and yes, it is now placed, down, down. And we do this for as long as yellow and white are left and right on the corners. We do this for as long as there's a yellow or white somewhere in the middle, and we're just we're placing all of the yellow and white edges first. If we get to a place here where we don't have any more yellow or whites in the middle, which we were not in that case, but we're going to pretend that we are. When we check the yellow and white sides, this, for instance, is not in the middle, but it's also not where it wants to be, so I'm going to want to displace this piece to move it into the middle where I can place it then. So I will be placing, I'll be placing something from the top here into this side. So slide up, slide second up, slide down, and we placed a garbage piece here, and we brought this piece out into the middle where we can work on it. And that's just this lather, rinse, repeat, more of the same. So bring the corners to match the front, determine which direction it's going, move it away first up, back, second up, away, first down, back, second down. And we do this until our yellow and white edges are complete. So here's a yellow. I want it to be on top, so I flip it, but yellow and white are still left and right. Bring the corners to match the front. Determine its direction. Start by moving away. First up is where it's going to land. Second up is where it begins. Back, down, down. And we do this over and over again and until yellow and white are left and right. Bring the corners to match the front. Determine its direction and start by moving away. First up, back. Second up, away. First down, back. Second down. And as you're looking at the formulas, you're holding the cube, you're looking at the front of the cube as if it were a spreadsheet with rows and columns. And the arrow is always the one slice you're moving, and the line is everything else. So you're only ever moving your A is always just one row, one column, and B is one row, two columns. And the two columns that you use determine which pieces move where. You don't have to memorize that this column and this column are going to move these pieces. You just find the piece that you want to move, and it dictates what the columns have to be. So, white's on top, yellow, white are left and right. Corners match the front. It's going in this direction, so away, up, in, second up, away, down, in, second down. And it's just over and over again until the yellows and whites, the opposite edges of yellow and white, are solved. Who do we have with us today? For those of you who just joined me, hi, I'm Sunshine, and I'm the creator of the ABCube method for solving Rubik's Cubes. That makes me the ABCube tutor, and this is that. How are you guys doing today? Everybody happy? Got my hair cut yesterday. Went from purple to pink, and I'm happy. But she just used up the last of her pink, and she can't find it to reorder it. So this is the last time my hair gets to be this color. I have to go back to purple. All right. But again, it's just for yellow and white are left and right. Find a piece in the middle that's yellow or white. Have it facing, have the white, have the active color on top, or flip it so that it is. Ta-da. And then yellow and white are left and right. Bring the corners to match the front color. Determine which direction the active color is going. It's white, so it's going to land over it's green and white, so it's going to land over the green and white corner somewhere. So first column, second column. Slide up, slide up, slide down, slide down. And it landed where it is. Most people do the reduction method where they take the cube, the big cube, and they do algorithms to make it look like a 3x3, and then they solve it as a 3x3, which seems to me to be a double solve. Why not just place the pieces where they want to be and let them match themselves up? It saves me time looking for where the other color is, looking for the edges. I don't spend time looking for the piece that I want. I just find a piece that's not right and throw it in the direction it wants to be, and then pick another piece. So row, first column, second column, because it's going to land on this row, on this slice. So slide up, slide up, slide down, slide down. Pairing up your edges before you solve it like solve it reduction method actually increases your probability of getting a parity. And you'll notice I do not have a parity algorithm. There are many parity algorithms. They all look like the kitty cat walked on the keyboard. Alright, so yellow and white are left and right. Here's my white. I want it to be on top, so I flip it, but yellow and white are still left and right. Corners match the front. Determine which direction it's going and start by moving away. First up, back. second up, and it's placed. Away, down, back, down. And we do this just over and over and over again until the yellow and whites are solved. So yellow and white are left and right. This is not yellow or white. This is not yellow or white. This is a yellow or white. So yellow's on top. Yellow and white are left and right. Active color on top. Corners match the front. Determine its direction and start by moving away. First up, second up, first down, second down. Every other move is horizontal. Every other horizontal is the reverse of the one before it. So your horizontal is just going back and forth like this. And then first column is where it's going to land. Second column is where it begins. All right. Going in this direction. So away, excuse me, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. Here's another active color. Yellow and white are left and right, but I want the active color on top. And the corners to match the front. Determine its direction, move away. Up, in, up, away, down, in, down. Over and over and over and over. 1, 2, for as long as there's a yellow or white in the middle. Okay, it's going in this direction. Away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. Okay, another one. Bring the corners to match the front. Determine its direction, move it away, up, away, down, in, down. If I'm going too fast, tell me. So no yellow or white here, no yellow or white here, no yellow or white here, no yellow or white here. So now we assess. The white seems to be correct. The yellow seems to be correct except for one piece. Now at this point in time, I can I can displace this yellow, and then place it correctly. But in order to move to the next step, I'm going to displace one yellow anyway. So if there's a yellow that wants to be displaced, we'll just start the step there. So yellow and white are yellow. So opposite edges are done. Let's line up, because it's an odd number cube, we can line up the center before we do the side edges. But now we're going to be doing the side edges. So white is complete. It goes face down. We're abandoning it. It's going to be our visual cues for what rows that we're on if we have a large cube. And then I'm going to displace this into an incorrect piece. Okay. So this piece is going to move into this piece, because this piece is not correct and this piece is not correct. So we're going to move this piece down out of the way, and it'll find its way back to the top as we place the other pieces. So away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. Okay. This piece on top, I'm going to bring around to match the front, and we're going to, so it's on top that's not top color, it's on the top piece that's not a top color, so I line it up to the corners of the bottom, determine its direction, and away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. Okay, so that piece is correct. My yellow found its way back to the top. So I reassess again. This one's correct, this one's not, this one's correct, this one's not. All right, so I'm going to displace a piece into the incorrect spot. Up, up, down, down. Bring it to the front and place it again. Set the top. My yellow found its way back to the top, but it's not correct, so I look for the other piece that's not correct. I'm going to displace this piece down here. Slide up, slide down, bring it to the front and place it again. Up, up, down, down. Huzzah! All right. Good morning, you guys. How are you all doing today? I did the corners yesterday, so I'm doing opposite edges today, which is white and yellow. So again, we hold the cube so that as dictated by the corners, white and yellow, or yellow and white are left and right. Find a piece somewhere in the middle that has a yellow or white, and with the active color on top. Bring the corners to match the front. Determine its direction. It's blue and yellow, so it will land above the blue and yellow something corner. And then move it away. First up is where it's going to land. Second up is where it begins. And there it is. Another piece. Yellow or white in the middle. Bring the corners to match the front. Determine its direction. It's going this way. Actually, all of these want to move out. So let's see if there's any more. Let me see if there's any more that want to move in at the same time. Okay, there's not. So I'm going to treat this is one piece, and I'm going to move this piece down over to here. Slide up, slide up, slide down, slide down. It helps to move the biggest pieces you can when you're placing, because some of them will just automatically fall into place. So here is another yellow or white. Yellow and white are left and right as dictated by the corners. Colors match the front. It's going in this direction. So away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. Okay. Another yellow or white. Yellow and white are left and right. Bring the corners to match the front. It's going in this direction. And is there another one? Yes, I can line that up. I can rotate the centers freely while I'm working on the opposite edges. So we'll make this one piece instead of two. Away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down, and we're gradually placing the opposite edges. Here's a yellow or white in the middle. Active colors on top, yellow and white are left and right. Corners to match the front. Going in this direction. And are there any others that I can place at the same time? 1, 2, 3, no, 1, 2, yes, I can place this one at the same time. So, away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. And it's placing. Another, and we just another rinse repeat over and over again. White's on active color on top, yellow and white are left and right. Corners match the front. I should write a poem about this. And then it's going in this direction, so away, up. Actually, before I do that, I'm looking, does this piece happen to magically just be where it wants to end up? No, it does not. So I'm just going to do one piece at a time. Up, up, down, down, and place one piece at a time. Here's some. Okay. White's on top, active colors on top, yellow and white are left and right. Corners match the front. This one's already there, so these two are going to be placed. I can place them as one piece. Slide up, slide up, slide down, slide down. Okay. Okay. Yellow is in the middle. Active color on top. Yellow and white are left and right. Bring the corners to match the front. Determine its direction. It's going this way. Does this one? Do I have this one lined up? Nope. That's okay. All right. So slide up, slide up, slide down, slide down. And so instead of finding two and placing them together and then placing them as one, I just find a piece that's wrong and place it over and over and over and over and over again. And they match themselves up, so I don't have to worry about it. Corners match the front. Active colors on top. Yellow and white are left and right. It's going in the yellow direction. So do I have any others that want to line up? There's 1, 2, 3. Okay, 2 of them do. Okay, I can place these 2 at once. And this one wants to come out too, so I'm going to throw a garbage piece in there. There's just little shortcuts you can make as you're going along. Up, up, down, down. No yellow or white here, but there's a yellow here. Put it on top, yellow and white are left and right, corners match the front, determine its direction, and start by moving away. First up, back, second up, away, down, back, down. And yes, I can leave out the last, some of the steps as I'm working on it, but this is not a speed solve method, this is not a feel smooth method. This is a method where I can take a complete non-cuber and teach them how to solve a big cube inside of 2 hours. That's what this method is. This is the secret for solving every Rubik's type cube without having to spend months memorizing algorithms. Alright, so corners, yellow on top, yellow and white are left and right, corners match the front, it's going in this direction, away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. Here's a yellow or white. We just keep going for as long as there's a yellow or white. And again, if we get to a place where there's not a yellow or white in the middle, but when something is there but incorrectly placed, like this white is on the white side, but it's orange between the two greens, so this one's wrong. So if I have the correct piece to place into that spot, then I do that. But if I don't, then I just place an incorrect piece into this spot to move it out. So I will apply one of these to this corner, this edge. So away, up, in, and then that tells me which my second up is. And down, and that place something here and put this piece out in the middle where I could work with it now and place it. So, yellow and white are left and right as dictated by the corners. We're giving the corners to match the front of our active color. And we determine which direction it's going. And so I'm not going to look for the other piece, the other yellow and orange and white, because it's right here. So, away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. And the piece that we displaced is now here, so where we can place it correctly. Okay, bring the corners to match the front. It's going in the white direction. Away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. So instead of placing two pieces together and then placing them together where they belong, I just place one piece at a time, because then I'm not spending time looking at the cube for the piece I want. I just find a piece that wants to move and move it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, nope. All right, so this piece is going over here, away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. Haha, da-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. All right, no, this is not a yellow or white. These are not, this is a white. Okay, yellow and white are left and right. Bring the corners to match the front. Determine its direction. Away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. And the reason the reason I keep it 8 moves instead of just letting the last one slide is because it's the same 8 moves that I do for the last 4, and where you need that. So corners match the front. It's going in this direction. 1, 2. Nothing else is convenient. So away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down, and I did both of them to get the other piece out as well. So no yellow or white. Here's a red white. Okay, yellow and white are left and right as dictated by the corners. Bring the corners to match the front. Lather, rinse, repeat. Both of them want to move out, so I'm going to put a garbage piece here so I can treat these as one. Slide up, slide down, slide down. Active color on top, yellow and white are left and right. Pick a piece. Okay, bring the corners to match the front. Determine its direction. Away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. And we keep going. Bring the corners to match the front. Away up, in, up, away down, in, down. Okay. Find a piece that wants to place. Corners match the front. Away up, in, up, away down, in, down. Keep the yellow and white left and right. Find any more yellow or whites in the middle area. Okay. Away up, in, up, away down, in, down. Okay. No yellow or white. No, there's one. Bring the corners to match the front. Up, up, down, down. Yellow, white are left and right. Bring the corners to match the front. Slide up, slide down, slide down. Okay. No yellow or white, no yellow or white, no yellow or white, no yellow or white. So we assess. White looks correct to itself. Yellow looks correct to itself. Okay. We've got one more cube. Yellow and white are left and right. Bring the corners to match the front. Active color on top is going in this direction. Away up, in, second up. Away down, in, second down. I've had people say, this is boring. Well, yeah, it's supposed to be. Things that are very simple are not mentally challenging, and this is meant to be simple. This is not the fastest method. This is just anybody can pick up any cube and put it down solved. That's what this is. This is that secret. Slide up, slide up, slide down, slide down. Okay. And over more of the same. The convenient part about this only having Formula A 4 moves, Formula B 8 moves, is that not only do you not have to memorize 30 or more algorithms, but when you memorize an algorithm, and my brain is more visual than so I have to translate the letters into the visual in my brain. So that's why I've gone visual here. But if an algorithm, you have to memorize the algorithm, you have to memorize what that algorithm does, and you have to memorize which order to use that algorithm in amongst the other algorithms, because you don't want this algorithm will mess up these ones, and these ones algorithm will mess up this one over here. So you have to do them in this order of operation. This one does not need an order of operation. I can do layer by layer. I can do corners first and then inside. I can do inside out. The reason why two reasons why I do it corners first and then do it outside in is because I can teach every cube at the exact same time. I can teach the corners. It doesn't matter which cube you have. We're learning the corners. Also, if you get a parity, which you'll notice that neither one of these two is a parity algorithm. If you get a parity, the parity, as you get the parity, it's either a corner or an edge parity. Most often an edge, because the corner parities we don't recognize as corner parities. We just have memorized how to solve the corners, and so we don't treat it like a parity. So instead of seeing that. Instead of seeing that it's a quarter turn off, we just make a quarter turn and we fix it. But when you get a parity on an edge piece, it is where it looks like there's two pieces and only two pieces that need to switch, and everything else looks solved, which you cannot get on a 3x3, but you can get on a void cube, because a void cube you can't tell whether the center is lined up or not. And that's what parity is caused by. It's caused by the slice that touches that parity is a quarter turn off. And so it looks like there's two pieces. The third piece that you do not see is the piece that you do not see. It's the slice that you can't see what color it is, because it's no longer the absolute center that has to be in a specific spot. And so when you do get a parity, the slice layer layer, the slice layer that touches that parity is a quarter turn off. So you make that, turn 1/4 turn, and then your edges can be solved because the parity disappeared, poof, and then you just finish off with your centers. If you've done your centers first and you make that quarter turn, you have to reset your centers. So that's why I do the centers last. One reason why I do the centers last. So, parities are a lie. You don't have to memorize parity algorithms. Formula A and Formula B, all you need to solve every complexity Rubik's type cube, n by n by n, scramble, twisty color cube can be solved with just A and B. So for the corners, A and B, the Formula B is the outside columns. For the edges, it's an outside and inside column. These ones are done. And for the centerpieces, it's 2 inside columns. I will show that as I demonstrate. So yellow and white are left and right. There's no yellow or white here. Here's a white. Here's one. And we just keep going, looking for yellow or white until the yellow or whites are no longer in the middle, and then we assess to see if they're correct. So bring the corner to the top. Corners match the front. Active color on top. Slide up, slide up, slide down, and we reassess. The whites are happy with each other. The yellows are happy with each other. The opposite edges are done. And the side edges are done the exact same way. We just displace a yellow piece to work with the side edges until the yellow piece finds its way back to the top. In which case, again, we reassess to see if the sides are done. So, that is the opposite edges, and which solves those 3. So all of these, actually not that one. Go away. You're a pretty. This is just a pretty pattern. This is not a scramble. That's not a scramble. Where's my other? Okay. All right. So that's it. That's me for today. Thank you for joining me. Go have a wonderful day. Be nice to yourself. And I will be back here tomorrow, unless I decide to come back sooner. I've rediscovered alchemy, the alchemy game, and so I've been playing it, and I'm like, I want I get to play it, and then I get to where it's like it gets harder to find new patterns, and so I'm like, let's just start over again, and I just reset it all. And my ADHD, my brain wants to map out how to get every piece right. So when I stop getting that dopamine hit of the chime that you're getting a new thing. So anyway, so I'm thinking about doing that as gameplay, just for fun. I also want to find some of the games that I used to play and see if I can gameplay those here. If I can get my kids, my family, to start playing with me, that would be fun. That's part of why I got a computer, so I could play with my kids. All right, so opposite edges are done. We'll do side edges later next time we meet. And go have a good day. Bye, you guys.